From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show.
Excuse me?
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning into the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No. I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. In this hour, how many of you guys are cologne wearers? Are you a cologne wearer? Cologne is a very dicey proposition for any number of reasons. I think scents remind us of people we've known who've worn them. You run the distinct risk if you wear the cologne that your girlfriend recognizes as being that of her abusive ex-boyfriend or her father who took advantage of her when she was 6 or whatever. You wear the distinct possibility of completely turning her off permanently. You do. Some guys wear too much. Some guys don't wear it at all. And I think I am in the category of guys who rarely, if ever, wear it. Rarely. It's rare. You know what? I just like being clean. I take a shower. I'm in there for 45 minutes. I soap every part of my body repeatedly. I've got hot water pouring on me like a fire hose. When I come out of there, I am squeaky, sparkling clean. I mean, there's not any slime, none. Now, Dean asks if I wear cologne, if I have cologne. Do I own any? Yes. In fact, I've got bottles and bottles of it, all different kinds. Virtually every bottle given to me by a woman at one time or another. They're all different. But here's the dirty little secret, and this might be one of the reasons I kind of shy away from using these gifts when I've gotten them. I'll tell you why. It is my distinct belief that when a woman comes to you and says, you know what, you should try wearing some Lagerfeld. You know what, you should try wearing some, pick a particular name. There's thousands of them. Lagerfeld, of course, by Chanel. But it's my distinct feeling that when a woman tells you that she wants you to wear a particular brand, particular kind, and also those body sprays, which are new in this country, but they've been around for like years in Europe and South America. Like there's one called Axe. Smell better now? Axe me how? Yes. And what it is kind of a cross between a cologne and a deodorant. You spray it all over your body. I do believe that the woman who has a particular brand of cologne in mind, it's not because she thinks you stink. It's not because of that at all. You know what it is? It is because some guy that she dated at some point in time, he wore the same goddamn thing. He did. It got her hot, and it reminds her of him. I mean, why would she know about a particular brand of cologne? You know, if you were standing in the elevator next to a complete stranger and he smelled good, you wouldn't know what brand of cologne he was wearing. You wouldn't know if it was Axe he was wearing or one of these other brands of body spray. You wouldn't know. The reason you know is because that's a man whose medicine cabinet you've been in. That's a man whose dresser drawers you've looked at. You know, they're sitting right there at the top. He's got his fragrance collection there. You've been inside the factory where that guy prepares himself to go out every day. You have seen him spray the stuff on himself. So what a woman is really telling you is that I had a boyfriend who I was really hot for, and whatever reason things didn't work out, and I want you to smell like he did. Now, it's one thing if a woman tells you should wear some cologne. There are women who will say that to you without naming a brand, without buying you a particular kind. You should just wear some cologne. She's trying to tell you stink. All right, she's trying to tell you don't bathe properly or, there's something going on there. I don't know. Maybe you're a tweaker, and you know what happens with tweakers with the perspiration problem. You kind of have that stench. You know what I'm talking about. Maybe you got some issue like that. Maybe you eat too much garlic and you come from Dean's neighborhood, Maybe you're one of those guys. And she's telling you, come on, you stink. Here, wear some cologne. But I'm awfully suspicious of a woman who knows exactly which one she wants you to wear. Because that's the cologne a particular man of the past. Let's face it. If that relationship wasn't great, if that guy didn't give it to her in bed the way that he should give it to her, if that guy wasn't worth remembering, she wouldn't have you wearing that cologne. She wouldn't pick out that particular brand and have you wear it. Clearly, in fact, I think to take it a step further, in some cases, I think women have you wear the cologne, and then when you're banging them, they close their eyes and imagine you're the other guy. And the cologne makes it easier for that woman to remember. I had this conversation once with my girlfriend when she said, I had my girlfriend from Argentina. I said, you should wear this Axe. Because when I was in Argentina, it was such a great scent. And I said, really? Which guy who you dated in the past wore this? It was my brother. Oh, your brother. So what are you telling me? The stuff makes me really horny. For your brother? So let me understand. You saw your brother. He was wearing Axe. You got really hot for that. No. I don't buy it. When a woman tells you to wear a particular brand of scent, a particular product, it's because some hot guy in the past wore it. And as I said, to take it a step further, a lot of women, when they're in bed, if they don't think you're giving it to them right, or, they get bored with you and they get bored of being with one person, whatever, they close their eyes and fantasize. Guys fantasize about, pick your name, Carmen Electra, whatever. Women fantasize about guys from the past. The guys whose pictures are in that box under the bed or in the closet. The guys whose cards they've saved. The guys whose letters they've saved. And these are the guys who wore those particular scents. And I'm telling you, when she's fantasizing while you're doing her, she's thinking about him, and if you're wearing his cologne, it makes it all that much easier. Do you think I'm all that crazy here?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Now, how old were you when she got knocked up?
I was 23.
You were 23. Hadn't you ever heard of condoms?
Yes.
Why weren't you using one?
Because I was a dumb.
Yeah, well, truer words were never spoken.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Victoria on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. New listener, first caller. You're exactly right about the cologne. Exactly. Women like clean smell. As soon as they don't like your smell, they don't like you. And they're going to try to keep you around as much as they can, and their last hopes will be to change your smell. And it's something that turned them on in the past.
Yeah, some other guy. And I do believe that when sex gets a little routine, I believe that women close their eyes and imagine it's that really hot ski instructor from the past or whatever, and a man wearing that same cologne would make it very easy to fantasize about that guy from the past.
Oh, yeah, but sexual desire for somebody correlates completely how they smell, and they shouldn't wear anything. As a woman, I hate it when men wear cologne, but I have been caught in the past buying cologne for someone that I've lost the attraction to, and yes, I'm guilty. It was somebody in the past that smelled a certain way, turned me on, and yeah.
You know how insulting it is? I have heard, and by the way, I'm sure every guy has heard this at one time or another, and I have not heard it from every woman I've ever been with, just a few. But you know how insulting it is when a woman says, wear this, and I am going to get so turned on.
Well, that's why I'm saying right now, all men out there, your best smell is your smell. And we're animals, deep down. We're attracted by scent. And if somebody is telling you to alter their smell, that's a red flag.
If you don't like my smell, you don't like me.
Pretty much.
And like I say, I'm a clean freak. I'm one of these people who can't stop showering.
Oh,
so it's not that I'm not clean.
Think of the women that wear too much perfume and so forth. I mean, they're just, usually they make men cringe. So it just gives you an idea. When men wear tons of cologne, it makes you cringe. If a woman's asking you to do that to yourself, there's something deep-rooted. It's something beyond just your smell. It's the sexual attraction to you that's actually been gone.
I think you're right.
I think you're right on the nose.
Thank you, Victoria.
You're welcome.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Anna on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
How are you?
Do you care, dear?
Sometimes.
Not often enough. No, I don't give a rat's ass about you.
Thank you. Sometimes I buy a perfume to my boyfriend because of my dad. You remember me, my dad?
Now, that's even creepier.
Why? My dad...
You want to be having sex with a man who smells like your father.
Well, I do not fantasize about my dad. It's just my dad takes care of me and not my mom. And,
Why would you want a man to smell like your dad?
I feel maybe more secure. I'm not sure.
Maybe you had some hidden, secret sexual attraction to your dad.
No, I don't think so.
The worst possible
I grew up
taboo.
with my grandma, and my dad was coming like every weekend because he was working. So I'm not sure. Maybe because he's the only person I really trust.
I understand that. But then when you're having sex with the guy and he smells like your dad, isn't there some sexual subtext there?
But I do not feel like it's my dad because everybody got a different smell.
Who's your daddy?
No, but if you put a perfume, it doesn't smell the same from one man to another one, even if it's the same brand.
Really?
Yeah.
But couldn't you pick like a different scent? I'll tell you what, if you told me that you wanted me to smell like your father, I'd be creeped off.
Well, I don't say that to my boyfriend.
I start getting that kind of incest feeling going on here. Did your dad touch you inappropriately or something? Come on! That's what I start thinking.
Thank you.
I'm here to help on it. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Jennifer on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Do you care, Jennifer?
Well, of course.
I'm doing great.
Tom, this is the first time I've actually called in. I've wanted to many times, but this one I really had to. I agree with you some ways that some women would probably do this, but I got to know what kind of crazy women have you dated if this is how you feel so strongly about...
I don't think it's the women. I think it's me. I think it's my feeling about what they do.
Yeah, so your women in your past have actually done this, bought the clone for you?
Every man out there, believe me, I've talked to men about this, every man out there has had this happen at least once.
Oh, see, my husband doesn't wear cologne, and I prefer that he doesn't. There's a lot of smells out there that I think are really nice, but he's so clean, he's a lot like you. You know, shower clean, got that nice smell, keep it like that, because colognes are too overwhelming. But I'm the kind of person that if a guy walks by me and it smells really good or sexy, I would probably ask him, and then I would want my husband maybe to try that cologne, because the scent caught my attraction, but that would...
I'd be pissed off that you talk to some strange guy.
Because he walked by and smelled good, and I wanted...
God, you smell good. What are you wearing? I would not be pleased.
Oh, come on. My man's got to be more secure than that.
By the way, of course, the guy wouldn't look like Poindexter or look like Quasimodo or Jabba the Hutt.
Well, if he did, then he probably wouldn't care to smell good.
You never know. Some guys try to cover up for other things they lack with cologne.
Yeah, I suppose.
Or hair products.
I got to say I love you, and I appreciate you making ignorant women crazy.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thanks, Tom. Can you blow me up old school style?
Of course I can. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Olga, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Olga.
You know what? You are so true. How do you know these things?
I've been around the block 2 or 3 times.
How do you know everything about women? It's just, you know what? Every single day I have a day at work, and then I turn you on, and then all my worries are gone.
Look at that.
Because you always say the truth. It's so funny.
Yeah, have you had this experience I'm talking about?
Absolutely. absolutely true. Absolutely true. You know what? I was seeing this guy that I wanted him to smell like another guy that I've always been in love with, and I would tell him, you know, you should wear this cologne. It's really expensive. It's really nice. And I didn't really care about the smell. I just wanted him to smell like the other guy.
Uh-huh.
And it's true. It's true. Everything you say is true.
And then when he was drilling you closed your eyes, and it was the other guy, wasn't it?
Yeah. I didn't even have to close my eyes, to tell you the truth. Just the whole smell brought everything back.
And this guy thought, oh, my God, I'm a stud.
Yeah.
In reality, he was filling in for the stud of your dreams.
Yeah.
Look at that. You're blushing.
You know what? Oh, my gosh.
I can see it over the phone. You're turning red.
You're great, Tom.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Here you go. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. I wonder if any guys have had this experience out there. Maybe you've never thought about this before. Chicks who nagged you to wear a particular brand of cologne. Did you ever wonder what was behind that? Lisa on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi there.
Hi there.
I want to tell you that you're dead right. Dead right.
Really?
But I wanted to tell you, too, that I had something that was a little bit different. When I was younger, it used to be the brand of Budweiser beer.
No! You wanted your men to drink Budweiser so they'd smell like some guy that you once were hot for?
Yes. It was that beer. I loved it.
It had to be Budweiser.
It had to be Budweiser. So I just wanted to chime in that you're dead right, but mine was a little bit different.
And how did you get guys, like maybe they weren't beer drinkers, how did you get them to drink Budweiser?
I'd bring it when I came over.
Really?
That was the only thing.
Yeah, what guy ever turned down a Bud? It was just handed to him. I mean, come on.
Right. You know, the girl comes over with the beer, they'll drink it, even if...
Guy thinks you're being really thoughtful, bringing those Budweisers over there.
Exactly.
And you are, of course, but you're doing it because you have your own agenda.
Yes, I am. I'm setting both of us up.
And do you then, after you're smelling that Budweiser and he's got his boxer shorts down around his ankles, do you close your eyes and start thinking about the guy of the past?
I can't go that far because I know my parents listen.
Oh. Should I read between the lines there, Lisa?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, thanks, Tom.
Lisa, thank you.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, maybe you will. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Now, you see, this sounded crazy when we started off this hour talking about cologne and why women recommend particular brands of scents, whether they be colognes or body sprays or antiperspirants or whatever they are. But the fact is, generally, they are trying to recall the scent of a guy from the past. In many cases, these women are... While you're doing them, in their head, they're doing the guy from the past, right? 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number.
The Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. This is Marshall on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Marshall.
How's it going, man? It is an honor and a privilege to speak to you, man.
Both.
I've been listening to you literally since I was like 12 when my dad used to listen to you on the radio, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So this cologne thing, my ex-girlfriend about 3 years ago used to do that to me all the time. Tell me, give me these nice, like really expensive, nice colognes too. And, hand them to me and be like, all sweet about it and everything. Oh, try this on. This will smell really good and blah, blah, blah. I had no idea what that was all about until I just heard you talking about it, man.
And now you hear other women going, oh, yeah, you know what you're talking about. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that is messed up. I am so glad I dumped that bitch. Dude, how could they do that, though? Seriously.
I'm telling you, it's pretty goddamn sick. And how about the chick who called in and wanted guys to smell like her father?
That's creepy.
It is creepy.
Dude, I don't even... I can't even imagine what I would say if somebody told me that, man.
You know what I'm thinking?
Out the door.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you're into fantasy. I don't know. Could you drill a chick who wanted you to smell like her father and you knew it?
No. I'm into fantasies like 3 chicks, but...
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
I just be thinking that Daddy was kind of a creep.
Or maybe the girl was a little naughty when she was young.
That's right.
God damn. All right, man. Well, hey, can you take me out with a thank you, or with a bong token of thank you, Jesus?
Here we go, Marshall.
Thank you, Jesus.
Jackie on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Jackie.
How are you?
Do you care, darling?
Somewhat. I'm sorry, I know, but I had to ask. I'm just too crapped up in my own things to...
I know, but if they replaced me tomorrow, you'd call my replacement. You wouldn't even think about it.
I probably wouldn't listen to him.
Hello, Steve. Yeah. I love your show. Tom was okay and all, but I also love you.
I don't know about that. I like your show. You tell a lot of the truth. There's a couple of things that you may be hit or miss on, but most of it's pretty practical.
Uh-huh.
So I was calling to agree with that, or at least say that I understand what that one caller was calling in about, saying that the clone that smelled like her father made her feel comfortable. And I can understand that. Now, the way...
It's one thing to make you feel comfortable. This is a man you're going to have sex with.
Right. No, I understand.
That's creepy.
The way it leads into the sex is because it's a different person. You have the smell of the familiarity, which makes you a little...
But in the dark, come on, in the dark, you may not be able to make out features. Who knows what kind of fantasies women are having?
That's kind of sick. Now, me personally,
I think there's a certain amount of... I got to tell you this. Maybe it's only 2% or 5%. I think there's a certain number of women out there whose biggest taboo, the dirtiest little secret, is that they could never, ever have their dad, but...
Maybe.
Imagine a guy is drilling you in the dark and he smells like your dad.
Oh, stop it, please.
That's why I'm saying it's creepy.
Yeah, no, it is sort of creepy. Like I was saying, I was just saying I could understand where she was coming from with the comfortability factor.
Well, it's one thing when he walks in the door and says, "Hi, honey," but when the lights are out and his manhood is hanging out,
do
you really want him to smell like your father?
Probably not. Personally, I like the smell of my father, but I refuse to buy it just because I know it is my father's.
Yeah.
So, I know, that's just personal.
Plus, most dads wore a cologne that was trendy in the 60s or the 70s. Not something that guys wear today.
Also, I was going to agree with her about the same brand of cologne smelling different on each person, because not that I've smelled it.
But that still doesn't justify recommending to the new guy that he wear the smell of another guy.
Yeah.
The reason you're asking a guy to wear it is because you have pleasant thoughts of the other guy who wore that cologne.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story, and I never found out about it, but for Valentine's Day last year, my boyfriend gave me a set of Obsession. Now, I didn't ask for it. I don't even wear it. I wear Victoria's Secret Rapture at that point. But, I asked him, I said, well, why did you buy this for me? And he said, well, because it smells good. I said, okay, and I let it go at that, and, I give him the benefit of the doubt. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking that's his ex-girlfriend's scent. Yeah.
And it probably was.
It probably was. I never wanted to ask.
Maybe it was the hottest chick he ever had sex with.
Nah, hopefully not.
And this way, he could imagine you were her.
Well, that may be true, because I'm not getting a whole lot right now. I complain about it. I'm like, who the hell are you banging?
Not necessarily that he's banging anybody else. He just wishes he had the other one.
Yeah, probably.
So he gets you what she wore.
I keep telling him, I said, if you don't like me, you don't want me, I say, get rid of me. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of putting...
But he can get you to play the part. Turn out the lights. You wear Obsession. And then he just closes his eyes and goes,
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to start wearing Rapture.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, Tom.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Tom on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
I just want to confirm what the lady before me just said, because I am guilty of it.
Really?
Subconsciously, I guess I was doing it, but I bought my wife a scent that I was particularly fond of, and then just listening to the show today, I realized I'm guilty. I bought that because I was still thinking about my old flame.
That's what I'm telling you.
Years back.
This is what I'm saying. People do not pick these brands out of thin air. They do not hear a commercial on TV for a particular brand and start buying it. They smell it on somebody else.
Yep, and I guess I was thinking about her still, and still had her on my mind, and she was my dirty little secret.
And now, here's the real $50,000 question here. Did you then fantasize in the dark that you were with your ex? You did, didn't you?
I did. I'm man enough to admit it.
I love it. I'd hate to be the victim, but I love it.
Yeah, I guess I never really let that one go. I always had her in the back of my mind. Even when I found hotter women, for some reason, she always stuck in the back of my mind. What can I say? I'm guilty. We're guilty. We're men. We're animals.
No doubt about that. Tom Leykis.
Tom Leykis?
Leykis.
Leykis.
1-800-5800-TOM.
I respect you as a god. I'm going to live the rest of my adulthood under your rules.
Thank you. I am firm but fair.
The Tom Leykis Show.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Lewis on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, how's it hanging?
Hanging right here, Lewis.
All right, trip on this. I got a story for you. Are you going to trip out?
Okay.
A couple months back, I was going out. We'll go out with my friends and stuff, have a couple drinks. And I happened to saw that one day, I just drove to his house to pick up some stuff that he needed for work. So his girl was there. She met me. She introduced me. We started talking, whatever. And one thing led to another. Forgot about my friend and went straight to the bedroom. This girl was kind of like a nympho, I guess you can say.
Uh-huh.
So it happened so that I did her a couple of times and all that. And a couple of weeks ago, about Christmas time, a friend calls me, hey, have you ever tried this cologne? No, I never tried it. Oh, well, my girl said it's good, this and that. And thing is here that now this guy wears it.
He's wearing your cologne.
He's wearing my cologne.
Because she insisted.
She kept insisting, he kept telling her, she kept telling him, hey.
And we're proving my point over and over here. Look at this.
Now, guess what? Now, this guy wears it. He has tons of that. He'll tell me, I go over to his house and stuff. This guy has, 2 bottles there. I go, hey, why you wear so much of that? Oh, I love it. And then my girl, every time I wear it that night, she gives it up real good.
Bet. And she's thinking about you.
Exactly. Now I see her, and she looks at me, and I tell her, last time, me and her were alone, I go, hey, what's up with your man wearing my cologne? She goes, I go, I know what.
Have you banged her recently?
About a couple of weeks ago.
You did?
Yeah. Real good.
Listen to you.
How you like that, Tom?
Hey, you proved my point, Lewis. Thank you.
Exactly. No problem.
All right, thanks for the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Jason on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Jason.
How's it going, my friend?
Pretty good.
All right. I have a little story here for you. My ex-girlfriend, who I keep in touch periodically with, for the same reason you always tell people that ex-boyfriends keep in touch with their ex-girlfriends.
Of course.
The guy falls off the wagon, I can jump right back on again.
That's right. They have an argument one night. They won't listen to me. Can I talk to you?
It's been there, done that once or twice before.
That's right.
And she told me the other day that for Christmas, she bought him the cologne that I wear, that I turned her on to, that she thinks is the greatest smell. And now he wears it. And I said, well, what did you buy that for him for? You want him to smell like me? And she didn't have nothing to say.
Uh-huh.
She didn't have nothing to say. She exact what you said.
Yeah, I'd be very suspicious if my girlfriend or if I were married, my wife, would come to me and say to wear a particular brand of scent.
Absolutely, Tom. And this is a little off-the-wall scent. Not off-the-wall, it doesn't smell bad, but it's not one that you just go out and get at, Kmart or wherever. You got to go to one specific place to get it. So, can you take me out with a screaming orgasm and gracias?
Of course I can. Here you go.
Oh, God. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Gracias. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Regina on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Daddy.
Hi, dear.
Hi. You have taught me so much. You've been a good father.
Oh, good. Every once in a while I administer the discipline, but I'm firm up there.
Love the discipline.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Daddy, I wanted to tell you that I hate cologne on a man. I think it tastes horrible.
Yeah, you don't want to put your lips on his neck and then come up with that alcohol taste.
Absolutely. And it just leaves a stinging sensation on your tongue, and it is just a turn off.
Yeah, I agree with that. Same thing with chicks who wear perfume. Same thing.
I wondered about that.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Get a mouthful of perfume and glitter and, please, save me.
Yeah, you don't need the glitter on the clothing either.
No.
All of those are just negative.
Yeah,
I want the primal.
Because you don't want your wife knowing you've been hanging out with your girlfriend.
That's a dead giveaway. That comes off on the clothes.
It certainly is.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866.
Where do women spend most of their time?
In my wallet.
How about in front of the mirror?
Well, that might be the second place they spend most of their time.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Why do chicks tell men to wear cologne and pick out particular brands? So you know why. So you'll smell like a guy she's really attracted to. Natalie on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Do you care, Natalie?
I care very much for my entertainment for the day, every day home, when I go home.
Thank you.
When I was a little younger, and I found myself doing this only with guys that I really didn't give a hell about, that I wasn't really in love with, and I didn't care, I didn't care how they smelled like, totally not. However, when I got with a guy that was not that attracted to me or ended up with me, and the scent stayed in my mind and it was very attractive, I never used that scent on my next guy because it was too painful. The memories were too painful to transfer on to another guy. Why would you want to do that?
Uh-huh. Well, the fact is, though, that in many cases, as you've been hearing here, women don't think about the painful experiences. They think about how great the sex was. And in the dark, they imagine that the guy they're with is the other guy.
You know what? I tried that. It doesn't work. In fact, I just bought my husband a cologne.
For example, ever dump a guy who was really great in bed, but nothing else works, but he was just great in bed, and you kind of dated him because he was great in bed?
Yeah, I had that to get over.
So there's no pain in there at all. You dumped him.
Yeah, I did.
And if you had a guy who smelled like him and it was dark enough, the guy you're with could be him.
You know what? I just don't work this way. It's not doing it for me. And I just called to tell you that I know where you're coming from, and I know where a lot of women are coming from. And it is true. If you can bear the thought you're not with that guy anymore and you're not getting that great relationship or great sex anymore, why would you want to transfer a good scent onto someone who doesn't deliver the same?
You'll have to ask the millions of women who are apparently doing this.
I am.
Thank you, Natalie.
You're welcome. Bye.
Appreciate the call. Mario on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Mario. All right, we'll go looking for Mario. We'll say hi to Jeff on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hello, Dad.
Hi, son.
How you doing?
Okay.
Good. Just wanted to bring up a real interesting point that totally proves everything you're saying. Was actually watching a show the other night on the Discovery Channel or one of the Learning Channel shows, and they said that the sense of smell is the one that is most strongly associated with memory of all 5 senses.
Uh-huh. And I think that's true in all kinds of ways. Whether it be, if your mom baked bread when you were home and you go into a bakery and you smell bread.
Absolutely. It is of all 5 senses most strongly associated to the memory.
Your dad took you to the circus and you smell popcorn because he smells it at the circus.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Exact same thing. Can you take me out JFK Sr. followed by JFK Jr.?
Here you go, Jeff. Our email address is my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com. Tom at blowmeuptom.com. We'll call our comment line 310-842-9592.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Write us, The Tom Leykis Show. Post Office Box 4455, Hollywood, California, 90078. Email us. Our email address is my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com. Tom at blowmeuptom.com. We'll call our comment line. The number is 310-842-9592. From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show.